What's up guys, it's Will with DFS Army, back with another video, going over the Saturday, August 19th MLB slate. Now, quick review for Friday today, August 18th, MLB games, WNBA games, and did post this one for the Flex Friday on Prizepicks, post a 6-pick usually every week. Of course, the DFS Army members, they do get the picks first before the bumps, before these props get removed, and we ended up going 4 for 5, he's one of the props pushed. So Vlad, EDLC, they both missed somehow. The Cincy game only ended in 1-0, and then the other props, 4 of them hit. Copper pushed. Unfortunate there. She actually had 6 in the third, at the end of the third, and didn't make a single field goal in the sixth. And then overall, just a really great day. Prizepicks, we went 18, 4, and 2. Those are the props that we did miss with the combo there. And then Alicia Gray, unfortunate as well. She actually almost got intentionally fouled, but passed it before they could commit the foul, so this could have been a win. But yeah, just course plays, targeting, top of the batting order, things like that. And then underdog 9, 2, and 1. Reynolds went over in the ninth on a 8% hit basically, and then Benintendi again. So overall, 27, 6, and 3, 82% hit rate for Friday. So great results on today. And going back onto the Prizepicks page here into this video. So this Saturday MLB slate, it's kind of a weird one because we have a lot of double headers. There's a hurricane on the West Coast, so a lot of teams are playing double headers, and that's kind of messed with the slate, with the board that we're getting here, because Prizepicks isn't posting some of the hitters, so we don't have as many options actually, like we usually do. It might look like a lot, but not everyone is up actually, like the Padres. So just gonna have to go with what we do have, and also that means some pitchers we don't even know who's actually pitching for some of these games. Might just be bullpen games, but we'll just have to see. So going into the video now, the first pick is going to be Vladimir Guerrero over 7 fantasy score. This is again in Cincinnati, Great American Ballpark. It is one of the top hitters ballparks, or one of the top hitter parks in all of baseball. And you see a 1-0 game on Friday, that's just not something that's going to happen again. The chances of that are just extremely low. And today, this matchup, Brandon Williamson, he's actually had a few decent starts recently, but he's just not great. I mean, you look at his numbers, he doesn't excel at anything, and when you're a pitcher in Cincy, it's always going to be tough to limit the offenses. Now, Toronto, they do have some injuries, but Vlad, he's still one of the best hitters in all of baseball, gets a righty-lefty platoon advantage here, so that's huge for him. And due to, I believe, some poor games recently, only one game hitting over this line, so he actually opened at 7.5, I believe, but because of the last 5 box score watchers, they got bumped down to 7. So we can even at least get a push here. So I like it for over 7. Taking a look at the odds here for Vlad, hits, runs, and RBIs, 2.5 line. It's going to be just on the under, but only plus 115 for the over. And with this offense missing some key guys, Bichette not hitting next to Vlad, his walk odds are plus 155 for the over. And there are instances where he will also get intentionally walked, so you do get that 2 points. And then looking at the Blue Jays, they do have a 5.5 run line against Williamson. The Reds, they do not have a great bullpen, so just more factors into this being good for the Jays offense. And Vladdy, he's always going to be hitting usually at the top of the order, hitting probably third, could be second because it's a lefty. Brandon Belt was actually the tool hitter, but they took on a righty on Friday, wherever the game is. Yeah, so they have projected with Vladdy third and then Belt out of the lineup because of the lefty. So Vlad first pick over 7, and then now the next 2 picks are both going to be pitchers. But before I get into that, I do want to mention though, if you want to correlate, this is not like massive correlation or anything, but Brandon Williamson, he does have a Yurfie, so if you want to take the over, because the second part to it, Drake Irvin against the Phillies, that's also a pretty good matchup for the Phillies in terms of being able to score off of Irvin. And then, of course, you get the correlation if Vladdy does do something in the first inning, his first at bat, because he's guaranteed an at bat in the first inning if he bats 1, 2, or 3, and usually should be 3. So if you want, but as far as like the official video picks, the next one's going to be Matt Manning under 4 strikeouts. I believe he actually just got taken off. Okay. Let me check on that combo prop because I did kind of like Bibee under 7.4. No, it's if it was 11.5 maybe, but with those odds, that's basically like a push. So yeah, because I do post these picks for the members before I record these and post them public. So yeah, this have got taken out or someone else probably posted them. So I'll try to find a third, but the other pick that I did have in mind was Ken Waldichuk under 5.5 Ks. And for this one, so Waldichuk right here, he's not a great K pitcher. Like he can get strikeouts, but as you can see, K, chase rate, whiff. That chase rate, it's not great. Whiff is fine, right? But he's not a great pitcher. Kind of just how Oakland is as a team, and this game is in Oakland. Oakland, their stadium, it is a pitcher's park, but it kind of hurts strikeouts because the foul territory is, it actually has the largest foul territory in all of baseball because there's just so much space out there, like around home plate, down the third and first base line. So in terms of why it lowers strikeout rates, it's because if you hit the ball, it's a foul ball. It's actually it's more catchable compared to other stadiums. So if of course when you get an out, it lowers the chances of a strikeout. So pretty much the logic there. And now Waldichuk, his odds are not as great as Matt Manning, but under 5.5, it's a minus 125. I don't think he's going to be favored to go over. I think most likely you're going to actually see this under being juiced in like a few hours from now or tomorrow morning, or in the afternoon because this is a late game. So I think Waldichuk against this Baltimore Orioles offense should probably be 5. Anthony Santander actually did leave this game on Friday, but we're not sure. We didn't get an update on why he left. I couldn't find anything, and maybe it could be due to the score, but it wasn't like a total blowout. I think they were up 5 when he left the game, so not entirely sure what's up there. But Santander, he's had like a 23% K rate, so a bit higher than previous seasons. Depends on who they do start, of course, but the Orioles against right-handed pitching. Now Waldichuk is a lefty, but just to compare, so Orioles 23.5. Now this is starting July 1st. Now I'm not using the entire season because the Orioles, they've had call-ups and trade deadline and moves, all of that. So I'm trying to get a better sample for what is the current lineup. And we're August 19th now, so I feel like a month and a half sample is probably good enough. Now against left-handed pitchers, the Orioles have a lower K percentage, 21% against lefties, and that is almost in the bottom third lowest K rate. So that is good to see. And then again, with the Oakland Stadium, it helps suppress Ks. So just the matchup against the lefty, that's good to see. And Waldichuk, another thing that I would want to mention is the Athletics, they do have openers sometimes, and they just randomly announce it. Like if you are on the app or if you can just have notifications on, you can actually get some value, but you have to be like quick within seconds. But they don't announce an opener a lot of the time, like before, like the day before. It's until like randomly in the afternoon, maybe like 3 hours before or something. And so if they have pitching outs props up or the live Ks, you can really jump on that and take the unders because they do count. They are valid picks, I guess. They won't DNP. And Waldichuk, he's had openers in the past. Like they have, I think Austin Pruitt's open for him. I forgot who they used today. I think Perez for Medina. But when you do have an opener, that it's gonna hurt your chances because you're likely to go less innings and less outs to record, so less Ks. So I like Waldichuk now. I think his odds are going to continue to shift to the under. So I think it's a fine play as of now, even though it's a -125. You can take it on a book for right now, but I do think this will become a value play on these sites. So now I was looking through the board. Did they put Manning? No, they didn't. I was thinking of giving Bibee, or I also thought about Christopher Sanchez over 4, but they also took that one off. So I might have just given Bibee. Don't want to drag this video on too long, but yeah, like again, Yerfies and Nerfies are not a great prop to take. The hit rates just, they're not the best. They're probably one of the worst categories, to be honest, on prize picks to take. Some of these hitter fantasy scores, they just don't look that great. Maybe I would have said Lindor over 7. I need to get bumped to 7.5. Total bases, they don't have the Coors game up, so I'll just give Tanner Bibee under 7. Obviously, this is now going to be the least favorite pick of the video because I had to just kind of do it on the fly. But Tanner Bibee, so taking on the Tigers, and now, yeah, taking a K prop under against Detroit is not the best thing to do. I totally get it, but Tanner Bibee isn't a great strikeout pitcher, and if you do look at the Tigers, their K rate against right-handed pitchers, so recently they've actually been striking out a lot less. Now I say a lot less because they've been K'ing a ton overall this year, but 24.2%. They're 10th most since July 1st, which it's really not that high when you consider Detroit, the bats that they have, and that has to do with Javi Baez missing some games here and there. But Bibee, his K rate 52, that's pretty much average whiff rate, right? But chase rate 29th percentile, so you could totally see this K rate dropping. And now I can't say that with confidence because it's against Detroit, but yeah, Bibee, he's strikeouts, right? He doesn't usually show kind of like he doesn't get 8Ks a lot. Now this is a great matchup, so I don't want to just say, oh yeah, look at what he's done in the past, because that's not how I roll. But certainly the matchup, the Tigers, they've been striking out a lot less, and that has to do with Torkelson, Riley Green, these guys that kind of like their future. These players, they're not striking out as much, just because they're probably improving. And Torkelson especially, he's been hitting a lot better. Is there, yeah, run prop, not gonna be great, right? It's still Detroit, but the important thing is they just don't K as much. And when you do look at the odds, it's 140, right, for the over. Yeah, so when it's a -140, you sometimes see them still set this at 6.5, but they've already bumped it to they set it at 7, and so it's well, I don't say unlikely, but it's better odds of it hitting, like not going over 8, right? You can probably see it that it is more likely to get 6 than 8. So at worst it's a push, at 7, that's what the odds are saying. The matchup, again, this is Detroit. They can be K prone, but they played a doubleheader today. The bullpens actually weren't really beat up when you do think about doubleheaders, and because they did have a rest day on Thursday because the game got postponed, they played 2 today, or 2 on Friday. But again, the bullpens, they didn't throw a ton of pitches. They didn't use all the arms, so it's not like they really need to force Bibee to cover 7 innings or something like that. Now, Vlad, Waldichuk, they're going to be favorite 2 for this video, but Bibee, because I want to give you guys at least 3 picks for each video, and again, just kind of for the sake of the board not being the best, and then some of the picks already being removed, I would say, don't force Bibee, don't force these picks, because we should get much better options tomorrow. There's going to be, of course, the full MLB board, and then the WNBA games, NFL preseason as well. We have 11 games tomorrow, so a ton of value hopefully should be available. But want to give you guys something tonight. As usual, the Friday night videos for the Saturday slate. So tough one today. Some props getting bumped as I'm recording. So we're going to roll with Vladdy, Waldichuk, and Tanner Bibee as the 3 for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck on this slate, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.